maybe a little bit of the Versuz Battle, but or at least just giving Jadakiss and the Lox their flowers. But all right, we'll go ahead and start it off then. All right, man. Fellas, welcome back. How y'all doing, man? This is Media Marauders, viewers, subscribers, everyone. Welcome back. Everyone doing fine? Y'all having a great day, average day, horrible day?
Busy day.
Busy?
At that part. Yeah, busy.
It was chill.
I was off today.
Oh, I know those I feel like weekday off days from work feel better than the weekend.
See, the thing is, some people live just for the weekends. They should live for any off days or any day. That's the issue.
I live for any
that sounds spiritual and uplifting as fuck, but I just appreciate the idea of just being off on a weekday because every day is usually busy.
That's because the man has trained you to live that way.
Damn
you only
right,
get 40 hours off on a weekend, so that's what it is.
Yeah, FMA on a regular basis.
Red fish, blue fish.
Red pill, blue pill.
Stupid, man. But yeah, we're back, man. I'm glad to see you guys we have a full house once again, man. No one was too busy. People were able to get away from what they had to get away from just to be able to be on the show. So I appreciate you guys coming back.
I gotta let y'all know I'm gonna be leaving early. After I do my topic, I gotta go. Just
wow. Wow. No, sir. No, sir.
Anyways,
no, sir.
Man.
No, sir.
Anyways, I kind of wanted to touch up a little bit on the most recent Versuz battle between the Lox and Dipset, or the Diplomats as they are officially known as. I personally didn't get to watch the whole thing because I totally missed it. I don't know if you guys watched it.
I thought their logo said Dipset.
I mean, Dipset, but they're diplomats regardless of the fact.
Yeah,
okay,
I think the logo says Dipset.
Yeah,
well,
it is.
I missed it. I saw a lot of the memes, and I remember I saw one video of a guy wearing a do-rag cape with the Killer Cam song played in the background, bro. And that didn't scream the most New York shit.
Yo, I was on Twitter and someone wrote, "Your computer ain't shit if it ain't Putin." I was like, Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you though. All the Timberlands, even Timberland, y'all didn't watch it, but even Timberland, the company, was in the Versuz chat. I was like,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Shit ever,
Lox had I think every person in the Lox had a pair of fresh Timbs on.
Let me tell you,
the week.
New Yorkers are keeping Timberlands alive, dog. They're keeping Timberland.
It would never go away. If it's one thing that I could take, I would never claim New York like that. I was only born there and raised there for a couple of years, so I would never hold it down like that. But if it's one thing that I want to take away from New York culture, it's the fact that I love Timbs. I've always loved Timbs, and it's never going to go away.
Timbs were hip hop. Among hip hop.
Yes. Next to Cuban links and all that shit, that's just it's hip hop as it gets. But I didn't get to watch it. I'm planning on watching it this week because I heard Jadakiss destroyed it, man. He held it down for the Lox.
I've seen some of the video clips. He definitely destroyed it, without a doubt.
He has that stage presence. From what I watched, he had the stage presence. And then you could tell that they were used to being on the stage together. Because they still tour, they still make albums, videos, and all that together. So this one we're just stepping on the stage. This is rehearsal. Them in the gym, them doing what they need to do. I was like,
yes.
I'm like, yo, and I'm mad I missed them last time they came. I'm like, yo, next time they come down here, I'm going.
Oh yeah. Bro, I mean, but it makes sense. I mean, the Lox seem like family for real. Didn't they release the album back in 2020, right? Last year they released a Lox album.
And they were on the DMX album.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and they were on the DMX album as well. These guys it's like a sparring match. That Versuz battle was just a sparring match for them. It wasn't anything serious. I mean, they were talking real greasy to each other. Dipset and the Lox were really going at each other, and I'm sure it was all for it felt from the clips I saw. I was like, yeah, I'm really disappointed that I missed a lot of that energy, man.
Yo, when Styles PM was drag Cameron off that beach chair.
Wait, what?
We put his foot on him? Oh, whatever. You seen that?
Oh,
what?
Didn't he put his foot on him, or was that him?
I think Cameron was sitting there and Styles P started grabbing him by the leg. started
No, I
pulling,
thought he put his foot on him
pulling
first.
his
I thought he
chair.
put his foot on him. Yeah, I thought he put his foot on him first.
I mean,
I didn't
like I
catch
said,
that
I'm sure
part.
it's all just the energy, and it was all in good fun. So they're both big giants in New York culture and in the music industry. I went in knowing I went in already having the epiphany that the Lox were going to win. I mean, Dipset, Diplomats, whatever, they've been known for their music, that good pocket within mixtape culture. When Lil Wayne and all them were hot, Joel Santana was holding it down for a good while. They were popular with that. The style, the culture, the way they talk, the way they walk, everything. Motherfuckers from Miami were emulating everything from dudes in Harlem. It was ridiculous. But the Lox had just been in the game so much longer, and lyrically, they're just better. Why you walk off? What did I say?
Was he mad? You said something about Miami? New York or what?
What just happened?
The fact you said Miami was emulating everybody up north was explained to me, dog. And then
It was a normal thing. A lot of dudes came down. A lot of dudes that left New York were coming down to Miami. They grew up in Miami.
It was go to Miami, go to New York, and vice versa.
That's just funny, man. That was just funny. He was just timing on that one.
New York is the mecca of music at the time where I was growing up in Miami. For real.
No, it's the mecca of hip hop. Hip hop started there.
I mean,
yeah,
true.
of course.
Man,
but I'm saying
true.
within the Diplomat era, when they started doing mixtapes heavy, Jim Jones and all that, like he was just an entrepreneur, man. He just knew how to create, so it influenced all my middle school to high school years while I lived in Miami. It just stood out the most. Yes.
I don't know.
Wearing long tees.
I tell you what, long tees, boy, that was
long tees down
you
south.
missed it. Y'all missed an era. That was the era right there. Long tees and make sure your waist.
That's my era right there. But I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my tee right there.
That's the baggiest of clothes. Motherfucker wearing 3XL.
So
3XL when you weigh 100 pounds.
Yep.
So comfortable. Timberland boots, baggy pants, tall tees.
The jackets was big as I don't know what too, man.
Yo, the jean jackets,
bomber jackets.
Yo, the bomber jackets.
Oh my
God. You gotta have your bandanas. Yo, the football gloves, thanks to Mr. Method Man.
God, no, Nelly did the Band-Aid over the eyes.
Nelly did the Band-Aid, but Method Man was the football gloves.
God, but it's a shame. Like I said, I'll look in. I'm gonna check it out, man. I know it's not gonna feel the same. Live definitely has that energy there. So
yeah, you can see the comments. Where the comments is going in.
Oh yeah.
I think right now who got it going on right now is Fat Joe. He apparently had a live moment, and he was talking about the show, and apparently he's just fucking hilarious. Everyone's been talking about
50 is going on.
He was like, they kept
the camera not 50, Fat Joe, not 50.
No, I'm saying, but 50 is going on a field day as well. Like,
is he?
He had beef with Cameron. He had beef with Jadakiss at one point.
I mean, who did he have beef with? Who didn't he have beef with?
Yeah,
who didn't he have beef with?
I haven't heard anyone say what 50. I know Fat Joe was in the crowd. Did you see the video though from the bathroom?
Nah.
That was ridiculous.
I gotta check it out.
What bunch of dudes in the bathroom just rapping?
That's high school right there. That is fucking high school right there, man.
Boy, but yo, think about it. These dudes older than us. So they wasn't in 40s, 50s.
Still doing it. They don't care.
Rapping in the bathroom, guys.
I love it.
We get a deal tonight.
I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it.
That's energy,
but no, shout out to the Verzuz, man. They still strong. Shout out to Lox. Shout out to Dipset / Diplomats, man. I'm going back and I have to listen to the old Diplomat shit, man. I have to. I haven't listened to it in a while.
He did say it. Computers Putin.
That Cameron Purple Haze album, Kanye put his fucking foot in that production, bro.
Yo, man, Computers Putin. That dog is hilarious, dog. Get them girls.
God, all right. So much. The song's still stuck in my head. Like, honestly, the song's still stuck.
The beat is ridiculous though. The beat's ridiculous.
Crazy.
It was crazy. But him rapping over that beat, dog, it was just so hilarious because they're elementary raps, but it's like.
But they still do good stuff off of that. They still dope off of that, man.
I do want to say one last thing on that. Yo, people hating. I saw one of our mutual associates, I ain't gonna name drop him, talking about how they were late to the like, this this is rap.
Which
like,
artist isn't late for their own shit?
But I'm like, yo, this is hip hop. This is like that New York grimy hip hop.
That's where I learned from. Honestly, they taught me. They taught me how to be late.
they taught you up north. Up north motherfuckers taught you to be late. All right. Whatever. Don't be using that as an excuse.
I mean, I my past from
Every
I tell you,
don't do that.
When I saw that coming on,
you got to tell James 2 hours in advance when you show up on time.
Shit. Yo, we starting up at 4:00 now, James.
Hey,
No, stop.
Adios.
But nah, man. Yeah, like I said, the verses. I'm glad they're still doing it, man. I'm glad with everything with COVID. Hopefully, it will still be prevalent the way it's.
I'll tell you, they do a versus tour. I'm going.
Yeah, that would be dope as hell, man. But all right, that out the way. That's a good quick intro right there into the culture of hip hop that we all love so much and respect. But let's go ahead and move it along. Anybody want to jump in for any kind of new topics? Anything that found interesting throughout the week?
Oh yeah. I've been messing that boogie sugar. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay.
That is not going to be like our inside joke. I'm not allowing.
Hey, you know what?
I'm sorry.
You know what? But it'd be good if we do because kind of like Psych, they always had a pineapple. So now it's to be.
Yo, we get sponsored by Boogie Sugar R Us.
Sugar's R Us. God damn it! Please continue, Mr. Thomas.
But I started playing on Samurai
sponsored
Warriors.
by Sugar? Would that be good because we're sponsored by Sugar?
Yo, Domino.
Yes. Steva. Well, that's fake sugar, but.
Good?
Yo, I got the office for it.
Y'all straight? Y'all got it? Y'all good? I hate y'all.
But yeah, I've been playing Samurai Warriors. I'm like in the first chapter act. I don't know what it's called. It's interesting. They made some decisions. They made some decisions. They cut the roster down, which they redesigned the whole roster. So I'm guessing that's why they cut the roster down.
They did?
Oh yeah. So because I think they were ballooning up to like 70 people or something like that, like characters, and it's like same thing Dynasty Warriors has an issue with because I think Dynasty Warriors is up to like 96 characters right at this point. They have characters that are like just background characters at this point, like sitting there, like yo, what's the story? I don't know. You gotta go play Dynasty Warriors 2 to find out. But,
it's one of those games. It's not like it's not it's not a standalone. Not each game is
each game's like the same story. Like build on like Dynasty War, like all right, well, Samurai Warriors, the first one. See, this one's like a reboot of the series because Samurai Warriors 1 through 4-2 was, I think Yukimura was the main character through all of those. Like he was like the poster character for it. So you had Nobunaga, went through Nobunaga's time and went through Hideyoshi.
Okay. During the feudal era, or not feudal, Sengoku, sorry.
Yeah, so
I remember like 7 main characters that I used to play. Like I thought it was like 7 of them that I used to play.
Yeah.
So is it the same team that did Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, it's the same team. It's like it's like a spinoff, but it's not a spinoff. It's like one of their other Warrior games.
It's focusing on Japan lore. I mean, not lore, but Japan history.
Yeah, it's like the Sengoku period. So you had it originally had like Masamune Date, Shigen.
Basara? Is Basara in there?
That's Capcom.
Is it?
Yeah, Sengoku Basara is Capcom. That's their version of it.
I've heard
they both use the same 2 main characters.
Okay. I was like, my head was stuck. Okay.
But like,
yeah, this one just released this past week, right?
Yeah, like a week ago. I was playing while I was sick. All right, I got it after I was sick. I remember. But
well, thank God you feel better.
So it's pretty good. I'm like, it's a little more bare bones. They didn't go the same route as Dynasty Warriors 9, luckily, which I was hoping they didn't, because that open world in Dynasty Warriors 9 is not as fun as just being able to play a few levels, run through a corridor, kill 100,000 people, keep it moving. But it's more story based, this one, because it's based off of the Musou mode follows Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi, which that's interesting because usually
traitor, right?
wait, what?
Akechi was the traitor, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, he's the one who killed Nobunaga.
Yeah.
So it's like it's following their story. It's like because they were like else his right hand man until things went south.
Right.
So their show it's starting off like it's starting off before they're cool, which I'm like, all right, that's different than the rest of them. And then like they even have Yasuke, he's in it, which I was like, all right,
really?
Yeah, they brought him into it this time, so you get to play as him at some point. Which I'm like,
so, sorry, no, go ahead. I keep doing that. I apologize.
I was just wondering, like, I'm wondering how they're gonna put him in because I'm like, I don't think he's one of the characters who's never been in it. And then so they redesigned all the characters too. So like Nobunaga doesn't have his normal outfit that he wore in Samurai Warriors 4, like 1 to 4, and Mitsuhide, he's like a whole different design. Also, it's like they're all more like closer to samurai designs than the Musou. Like someone's using a pinwheel. This guy's using like a cannon, carrying around a cannon for some reason. So they're all using more like realistic weapons this time.
Okay, so more accurate to history.
Somewhat.
As close as they could get without being boring, I figured.
Yeah, because you got someone fighting with brass knuckles.
Nobunaga had a lot of weapons because he was always trying to use the next best new thing, I thought.
Yeah, I think he's one of the warlords who decided to use guns. Where everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna keep these bows and arrows. He was like, yeah, they done brought these guns to the shore, and I saw what they can do. Y'all keep them swords. So, but he wanted to he was also known as the Fool, and he wanted to unify Japan under his rule, which I think he got close to it until his boy betrayed him, which is like
he did get close.
So okay, so
in his way. So
well, so you said that each game is not standalone; it just kind of reiterates the next one.
Okay, like it's like all right. So the first one I think plays up to the death of Nobunaga. The second one played up to to the death of Hideyoshi, and then the third one played up to like the fight between the disciples of Hideyoshi or something like that.
So it branches. Every game is a branch off from what happens in actual history, but it's its own story within. Like it's okay. I get it now. No,
they all started. It's like they all started at the same point, like Dynasty Wars, because Dynasty Wars starts at Yellow Turban Rebellion, and it keeps going further in each game.
Okay. So
they usually all start at the same place and then go further. And then they have new mechanics added to it. Then I think it was all right. So there was a spinoff, one last spinoff before this one, which was Samurai Warriors Legend of Sonata, which was they just did a full story based around the Sonata clan. So that one came before this one, which was like Yukimura and his family, like from his dad down to him and his brother and his stuff. I think him and his brother went to different sides of the war at some point also.
Would you kind of would you kind of consider Dynasty Warriors kind of like the Street Fighter of, I don't know, hack and slash?
That's where I was gonna go into.
You know what? I would say they're a Street Fighter of their genre, because they made them, like, they are known for the Musou genre. Like hack and slash usually kind of can go somewhere like a little here and there, but the Musou is like 1 versus 100, and like they were like the first kids on the block, and the one that like Fate Night, Fate Night has their version of it. Sengoku Basara.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of different games that are in
One Piece. I think did it, didn't they?
Who?
Didn't One Piece have a game that was something like that?
Was done by Koei Tecmo. That was one of the Warriors games.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's Hyrule Warriors, One Piece, Pirate Warriors. There was,
and this one, Samurai 5. This one right now is published by Koei Tecmo as well.
Yeah, because
it's all stayed within that friend. Okay, it's developed.
Yeah, this like Samurai Warriors I think it was their second. Well, not their second game, but it was their second Musou game after Dynasty Warriors. That was the Mystic Warriors, because there was another game that they had that just flopped, and then they had because I played a lot of them, a lot of different ones. The only ones I haven't played so far have been Legend of Arsalan and Berserk. because they did a Berserk game also.
That's right. Yep. That's
those
also,
are all like Koei Tecmo. But then yeah,
I just want to play. I just want to play that one because it's Berserk.
That's fine.
It looks like a bad game. It looks like I don't like the whole 1 versus 2,000 other characters on the screen. I've never really been into that like that, but I love Berserk. So fuck it.
That's the thing for certain anime games, I can only see them making it. Like Legend of Arsenal, they're the only company I can see making that because it's a game about being a warlord or in the middle of a war. And then they also did Attack on Titan. They did an Attack on Titan game.
Oh, okay.
You know what they should do?
Different.
Sword Art Online. And like,
I think they
like,
no,
that's
don't.
Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco is the right.
So many.
But they have like a JRPG-ish game for Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah,
like that.
Yeah. They have a few of them.
Yeah, they have quite a few. God damn it. But all right, yeah. So Samurai Warriors 5. Damn, so this game is like it's one of those niche games. Like it has just like a pretty good cult following.
Oh yeah, like if you like the move style games, like and the thing is though for me, and James might attest to this also. Like you start playing also, you look up and the hours just pass. It's just like
Exactly.
Okay.
I get on that game and I just wreak havoc because that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
So.
just go in and just slash and just mindless killing. I got it.
You
Yeah,
know what?
But
I would like to see you try this game. Slash.
You want
probably
me?
be dead before you make it past the first chapter.
hey, if I can't woo females or talk to them and try to get more insight in their feelings, I kind of don't want to get into it.
You know what? You don't know a lot about dance sports because that's part of it in some of the games too. Wooing teenagers like you like to do.
You're not gonna paint me in this fucking picture, sir. It's not gonna happen. My fans will not take that.
This
They
R.
will
Kelly apprentice over
my
here.
pretend fans.
All 6 of them.
Oh shit! I'm pretty sure I just have 1.5. I don't even know where the half came from.
You know what I kind of did about Dynasty Warriors? It kind of reminds me sometimes of when I'm playing like the old God of Wars when I could just go in and like destroy so many people. And
I was actually thinking about playing that game again, getting back on 2.
That's my favorite game, but
that's the best God of War next to this most recent, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree. I can agree to that.
I agree to that. Even though I didn't finish it, I agree to that. So.
2 is a great. I know a way you could play it, but that's off camera. But all right, so thank you, Mr. Thomas, for bringing up Samurai Warriors, man. I've never been into the franchise, never really paid attention to the game. I thought you were going to talk about Samurai Showdown, or what was it? The versus game, the fighting versus game that Viking's going to be in the next one.
That's Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown. I thought you were talking about that game initially.
Oh no, that game's been out for 2-3 years now.
Yeah, I know Viking's gonna be a DLC from Guilty Gear, so that's pretty dope.
You should pick it up so you can lose.
I'm not. It's too clunky for me. I like my fast-paced animes.
Oh, so you like to lose fast? Okay.
Bro, see my Geo. It's been a grip. You've
been seeing how fast I've been catching up now.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying, I'm on level 10. I haven't touched the game in like a while, but I'm still on.
Wait, I think you was on floor 8 or something.
I wasn't. I jumped back up within an hour. Within an hour, I jumped back up. Come on, fuck with your boy. I'm in there, baby. But no, I appreciate it. Appreciate the quick little Samurai Warriors 5 is not a game I'll look into, or a game that I will play, but I would look into it.
He's just lying on camera.
I know.
I'm being honest. I watch gameplay.
I'll look into it. It's like, nope.
I'll look into it. Let me scratch that off.
The viewers and subscribers, they might be into it, so check it out. But all right, man. Appreciate it, Mr. Thomas, man. You got anything else for us?
Guardians of the Galaxy for that new drop is looking better and better for the trailers that are dropping.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, they just dropped a new trailer for what was the person called? For Lady Hellbender.
You didn't share it?
Oh, right where they stopped. And you see a little bit of her, but then you stop before they go to her lair or whatever, right?
Wait,
yeah, like when they dropped that, I was like,
yeah, they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy game for the PS4 5.
Oh, the game. I got you. Okay, I thought you meant movie.
Yeah, the game.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick this up big time. Like this is moving further and further up on my list of games I wanna.
Oh, this looks interesting.
It's like, and like it looked better than like that one trailer when they first announced it, I think.
I will.
Still don't like Peter Quill.
Breath.
Still don't like Peter Quill.
He looks like a douche,
Doesn't look
man.
like that looks disgusting.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I'm still on the very much over the fence, just looking over. I'm not even on the fence.
I tell you.
I'm sorry. I like her character design though.
That's the thing. Her, Dax, and you know, Rocket, you can't really go wrong with Rocket the Raccoon unless you make him like a duck or something, which if they made Howard the Duck game,
Howard the Duck.
But it's like Groot, you can't really go wrong with Groot's, like, you know, his character design, but like, yo, they really like went in on the technology for this game. And then like this whole scene, like when you get a chance, like stop and like watch it with some sound, that scene is phenomenal.
I bet. I'll look more into it, man. Honestly, I was like, why? Just why? But whatever.
There's money there to be made. If the game
of course, it's Marvel, it's Disney. Of course, there's money to be made there, but it just I don't know.
Remember when? Did you not hear when? Wait, what?
We all know the House of Mouse prints their own money now, right? We all know they print their own money.
Oh yeah. But I remember when Marvel went with the idea, they're like, you know, we're no longer gonna do we're not just gonna give our contract to like one company. When they did that, I feel like that's gonna make the best games, because they were like, at first you'd be like, you had to go through one studio. Now they're just like, whatever studio has the talent to build their type of game they want, they're going with.
It means to get it done.
Yeah.
But this is still Square Enix that took this one, right?
Yeah, but it's not the same studio as Marvel's Avengers, which that's about to get even better with the Black Panther DLC.
Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
Which is
all right. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing some more, but I'm not impressed yet, honestly.
You know what? I'm gonna make a game with nothing but half-naked teenagers and sell it to you. You buy it.
Well, that's what the consumers want, Thomas. What do you mean?
He's tired of your complaining. That's what it is. Tired of your complaining.
It's not complaining. I'm not interested. I mean, all right, maybe it is me complaining, but it just doesn't look that great to me. It honestly doesn't. There's nothing about it that's appealing. Like the Avengers
got that on camera.
looks cool.
Yeah, you got it on camera.
The add-on and DLCs for Avengers, I mean, that's cool. But all right, but it's not. I guess there's just the gameplay isn't appealing to me. It just doesn't do anything for me.
For which one? Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Both. The gameplay just does not look. I played the demo for Guardians of the Galaxy. The only thing I liked was playing as Hulk. That's it. Everything else was
no. That was Avengers. They haven't dropped the demo for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like even the gameplay for Guardians of the Galaxy, you only play as Peter Quill. That's it. That's weird. I think
it's gonna be like playing Scarlet Nexus though.
Nah. Nah.
It's like you play as Peter Quill and then you give commands to other ones like you do in Scarlet Nexus.
I got it. That's a good. I will give you that. Just the way just the way the gameplay is, but I don't think that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to utilize it the way that Scarlet Nexus did. I don't think it's going to be the same utilization.
I think with that studio, the story is going to be phenomenal, and like I like the fact that it shows later on that trailer shows that it's going to be more about choosing your choices of what to say to the characters. You're going to be more in
I like that. I do like
so
that.
Like if you piss Groot off, he's not going to want to listen to you when you try to get him to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
I do like that.
I'm like, all right, see how the story plays out. Like, you know, multiple choices. If it goes full RPG, I'll be excessively happy. If it doesn't, I'll be okay.
No, I will be more interested in the story. I'm not gonna buy the game. I'll just watch I'll watch your gameplay of it. Like I'm not gonna
watch my gameplay. I'm blocking.
Yeah. Because I'm talking shit about the game. All right.
Sounds about right.
Take the criticism, damn it. All right, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, Samurai Warriors 5, bro. Thank you, sir. But I guess we should we do a quick commercial break? Because we'll do a quick commercial break. Y'all stay right there. And I'm gonna hate on all of it. All right. All right. Well, welcome back. Where the hater ball has finally been commenced. No, I'm playing. Welcome back. This is Media Marauders.
Haters ball.
We're jumping back. We're jumping back in, and Mr. James and Mr. King are gonna give us they're their quick rendition of what show did you guys watch on Netflix again?
Don't play us, dog. Don't play us. Don't play us, man. Don't play us.
Transformers Kingdom, right?
That's right. That's right.
Hating on that greatness.
Okay,
Talking about that greatness that's going on in there.
Yo, they did a hell of a job. So I have to say, that's how I felt anyway. I looked at it for what it was.
I have to agree.
All right. So what's if I could ask real quick, what's the difference between the other? Because I know you guys talked about the other Transformer show or movie that came out like the beginning around sometime last year.
Yeah, it was like Cybertron and then Earthrise or something like that.
Again, Earthrise is the most misleading title for this whole of all of them.
Wait, was the second one Earthrise? That's what it's called?
I think so.
Why I feel like it was a different. Might be wrong though. Might be wrong.
Because I know Kingdom was this one.
Right. Yeah, I got confused. I was like, wait a second.
Why I feel like it was.
So how many episodes did this one have?
6 episodes or 6 chapters.
Oh, it was Earthrise. You're right. My bad. You're right.
Mad misleading. Mad misleading.
I get it. Kind of I get it, but regardless of the fact, it was wonderful. It was glorious.
It was great.
It really was a glorious trilogy, to be honest. I think if we go back, I talked about how Megatron has his best form as a tank, and they actually did a pretty good. It may not have been the tank I wanted from War Within version, comic book version, but they made him a tank in this one, or they called him a Voyager, quote unquote. When you read up on what he's supposed to transform into, and it was pretty dope. I liked it. And don't get me wrong, the old school Megatron turning into a gun is always going to be a classic.
Yeah,
always.
He definitely pulled that off, and I was like, "Oh, look at this man bringing the weight."
Yeah. But him turning into a Voyager / tank was a good look too, and I deemed it worthy. Huh?
Did he turn into a tank in the last one too, right? Or no?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Wait, which one are you talking about? Talking about this one? I mean, no, he was always a tank throughout all the trilogies.
Yeah, I was trying when he transformed, I was like, did he transform at all there?
Oh, okay. I got you. I got what you're saying. He only transformed in Siege and Kingdom. I don't think he transformed in Earthrise. And that was it made sense why he didn't, only because actually, Earthrise.
I think he did for a little bit.
I bet he did because he shot Scorponok, I believe, in one of the when they're in the station, the space station.
Oh, space station. Okay,
not mistaken. Yep. I thought this trilogy was pretty well done, to be honest. You didn't a long time for all of them to come out at the same time. Very anxious to see them all, but once again, them combining all the aspects of different Transformers lore into this one trilogy, I thought was a very good idea. At first, it wasn't making sense to me especially with only being 6 episodes. But if it came out on DVD, I'd buy it, and that's just being honest. I honestly would buy it just because of the fact it gave you a different version of all of the Transformers and their timelines of what happened. And still, if they come out with part 4, I would not be surprised because I'm going to spoil it for everybody, no matter what. So just go and get ready. They actually brought Unicron early on into it, even in this. We knew he was going to show up eventually within the second one, Earthrise. When they shown him in this one here for Kingdom, he had a more omnipotent idea about him, like he knew what was going on, and so I thought it was very interesting.
Mastermind of potentially everything,
which was interesting. That was an interesting choice for me.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. But I think the better idea here that no one thought about was how if you didn't pay attention enough to the other series, you wouldn't know you could technically know what's going on from these trilogies if you didn't pay attention to the other ones. So in this version of Kingdom, where they have the Predacons and Maximals, I'm glad they made it understanding that the fact that Optimus Primal and Megatron weren't the real Optimus Prime and Megatron from the past, if that makes sense. So if you saw the series, the old version of the Beast Wars, some people thought they were actually Megatron and Optimus Prime when they really weren't.
But that was right. I'm trying to think if when Beast Wars finished, I could be mixing it up. Did Beast Wars end with them finding Optimus Prime?
I can't remember it all.
I remember the episode when they found him.
Yeah, so that's the whole point of why when the Ark and the and Teletran 1 crash landed on Earth, they were looking. I guess the way to say it, they were looking for the ship the whole time, But in this case, you're coming in on the Predacon and Maximal War, where the golden disc that Dinobot had in the beginning of Beast Wars, or was trying to figure out and decipher, is where they made a good job of mixing it all together into why it was there in the first place.
Okay.
And so they did end up finding Megatron and Optimus Prime in the Beast Wars and the gold disc. And at the end of Beast Wars, they finally got off planet, and that's where Beast Machines picks up on the back end of Beast Wars, right there.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to remember, like how that ended. If it ended with them finding Optimus or not, I was like, well, that'd been interesting. If it ended there, and then
they found the Ark. In that case, they found the Ark, and and Megatron did too.
What's the title of this one?
Kingdom.
War on Cybertron Kingdom.
I'm trying to look for it. There's so many different ones.
Yeah, I like how when they met,
I was trying to look for it.
They kind of show like they were different timelines, and they kind of like how they meshed it together, because it made it so much more understanding. Because you're sitting there looking at like, how the heck is this Optimus? And
right.
And I guess when they went into the dark, what's it called? The void. What's it called?
The dark universe, universe, dark void, the
dead universe.
Yeah, dead universe. Yeah.
When they went to the dead universe, I guess some different timeline must have happened there, and then it split off.
Yeah, when you start messing with timelines.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like it made sense. Like if you had not read the comic book and how the War Within started, the prequel of how the war started, and everything. This is why I said it was kind of strange they put everything together, because the Allspark wasn't part of the lore before the movie, and so you only had Megatron's only Optimus Prime's Matrix of Leadership. That was the very first essential part of it. But then when they introduced the Allspark from the movie, that's where I was trying to figure out what they was going to do with that. But then when they did the Optimus Prime and the Maximal War, having the golden disc that Galvatron presented in Earthrise, threw me off too until we see what's going on with it now. And so that nostalgia callback made me think about it.
They brought everything in, the Alpha Trion protocols. Just leadership.
Galvatron was in there. I was getting confused, like, yo, what in the heck? And then especially in the middle of like Earthrise, I was completely confused what was happening.
I think Earthrise might have been the weakest
from the past. And it's like, how are they combining these things? Because I only know certain shows. And like a little bit of what I read in the lore, I was like, I'm definitely not well versed enough in this to figure out how they combine these. But I like how they wrapped it up and put Kingdom together, because if you just coming in new to the series, I think they literally explained at least loosely enough that you could understand, like, okay, there's two different timelines. Something happened in the dead universe, and Galvatron went and dropped this disc off, and then so many years passed, and now they're here. Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah. And so just to piggyback off what you're saying, I think the golden choice of opportunity here was in the second trilogy. Because they went into the God damn it. The dead universe. That's the time span of where everything went wrong. And that's where they took the freedom of what they wanted to do creatively, because of the fact that Megatron and Optimus Prime did have that war on Cybertron, when they were trying to figure out what to do the right thing for Cybertron at that point in time. And going into that dead universe is what gave the creators an opportunity to link everything together, because they did disappear for a long time in the comic books as well. And so and then the timelines being them going forward into time and being lost for all that time and joining timelines here into the Kingdom aspect of it is what made it all worth it. It made it all come together at the end. And so I thought it was pretty dope on that. But introducing Nemesis, I thought was very interesting scene too.
Nemesis is dope. Yeah.
So if nobody knows who Nemesis is, it's a dark version of Optimus Prime, where he feels though he failed and became a tyrant instead of being the hero of Cybertron who he was supposed to be. So.
I was even thinking too, like, well, Unicron, keeping up with him is a hard one if you aren't really into Transformers, because he's from 1986.
Yeah, he's from the original movie. Yeah.
So
Nemesis,
Nemesis, I don't remember where he came from.
Yeah, I don't remember where he came from either. I just remember him.
his Nemesis is a harder one to explain, but it was pretty much just a darker version of Optimus Prime. Like I said, there's a point in time where Optimus Prime is always second guessed himself as a leader, and so there's points where he frustrates himself and goes to the and ends up being a negative type leader once again, just turning to pretty much Megatron.
Because Megatron's right.
Exactly, I agree. And always, so it's a different timeline where he fails and he doesn't save Cybertron, and so he becomes a negative type leader, a bad leader in that case, and becomes a tyrant. Where Megatron isn't part of that, but Megatron is dead. That in this timeline he's dead, and so he finally sees or believes that Megatron was right in what he was supposed to do, and goes down that path where Megatron was going.
It's kind of funny he second guessed himself so much, even though he has a matrix of leadership. It's just.
Well, you put in consideration Optimus Prime. Originally, Optimus Prime was not supposed to. Well, I can't remember his real name. Optimus Prime was never really a true leader. He was actually a librarian. He was actually a librarian of history, and the Primes chose him to be a Prime. So he was chosen by his not his peers, but his supervisor, should I say, to gain that right to be a Prime.
But you have like certain qualities, but I feel like it took him so long to show that he should be the leader to me.
Right. And that's where I think in this case, the part you're missing on that part is where in War Within, Grimlock, who was the actual Grimlock in this case, everyone know who he is, the Dinobot leader. Grimlock is actually very intelligent in the comic book version, and he never liked Optimus Prime. And so Grimlock had a point in time where he actually wanted to side with Megatron because he believed he was right as well. But the path Megatron was taking, Grimlock didn't believe in, but he felt as though Megatron was right in his essence of trying to save Cybertron at a point in time. And so, like I said, if you're not familiar with the comic book version of the characters, but also, like I said, different aspects of timelines and different aspects of the Transformers lore, people wouldn't understand why he second guessed himself, because Optimus Prime is not honestly a leader. Megatron was technically a leader in essence of the gladiators, and him raising to the length of the level that he is, and people believed in him because of the fact that he earned his rank as leader and trying to take Cybertron to a better future by force.
He became a tyrant, and the way he was going about trying to save it didn't
so much. It's so much. I'm trying to grasp all this, but it's like, you know what though? Like,
sit down somewhere.
No, and I am. No, the thing is, I'm not hating. No, honestly, I know I joke. You know, you guys know I joke. Yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. No, I really do appreciate, because this is one of those faucets within a certain form of media that I'm very much like over my head, because I've never been into it. But I always appreciate when people are so passionate about things they enjoy. That's why I made this channel. That's why I wanted this channel to come up in the first place, because it gives us a platform to talk about things that we enjoy. And I really appreciate you guys going in and showing how much passion you have about something like this.
Of course. It's
a franchise. It's a very popular and loved franchise. So I understand.
Yeah, I think just like I said, I think at this point in where the trilogy's at the current moment, it's just the aspect of having to understand. You have to have some kind of knowledge, whether it be from the past or whether it be in the comic books, to understand certain parts. There's different parts within the trilogy that people will go, oh, I remember that. Because people remember most coincidentally, most will probably understand the Allspark aspect of it because of the movies.
Right.
But then some people like us will understand the Beast Wars aspect of it because of the show. And
right.
And then some people remember the back end of it, or the beginning of it, because if you read the comic, you understood where Megatron was a gladiator, and Optimus Prime, and even Ultra Magnus of all other ones. So it's just there's a lot of different lore in it. Like I said, you got comics, you got toys, you got the movies. It's just a whole bunch of lore in there.
So much lore.
Yeah, so it can't be convoluted. But I'm going to stick by I'm going to stick by my opinion that like you said, Mr. Random, it might not be your favorite part, but I think the second trilogy of Earthrise is where they got the creativity aspect of it, because within that dead space they had a lot go on where they could actually make those timelines, because of the fact when it's dead space, then you shoot them into the future, where at the beginning of Beast Wars in the intro, it shows the arc and the The other one, I can't remember the name of it now.
I can't remember his shit either.
The arc, the arc and the other one coming down. So that's where that nostalgia comes in. Like that's where Beast Wars started at right there. So
my only thing with it is I just couldn't get behind the Autobots no matter what they did. I'm like I'm saying, I'm like, yo, I would have been on Megatron's side. I'm like, yo, these Autobots are too like Optimus was just too wishy-washy. Like, well,
that's what I don't like about Optimus.
Like Megatron was like, yo, I'm right. Until he started going too crazy. I was like, I know he's going a little crazy now too, though. But like, from the first and the second one, I've been on Megatron's side, like, yo, whatever he said, we go. I'll be like a Soundwave.
Let's go, guys. Let's do it. But that's where even the Bumblebee fans got their true respect too, though, right? Because the Allspark chose him to lead to help assist Optimus Prime. Yeah. So even the Bumblebee fans got their due respect.
Well, right. Alpha Trion protocols.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Do you remember? I guess I thought this is Beast Wars, where this was back in the day, a cartoon where there was like this not a vine lady, but she was a plant. Do you remember her? Like, and you're
thinking of her from Beast Machines. Beast Machines happens after Beast Wars when they got to Cybertron.
That's the sequel, right?
It's not technically a sequel. It's just it's what happens after the Beast Wars finally get off when the finally Maximals and Predacons get off Earth. So what ends up happening is they get off Earth and coincidentally this newer version is where Starscream was going crazy because he didn't want to go to Cybertron. So it kind of mirrors what happened within Beast Wars, because when they decided to go through the time warp or to go to Cybertron, something happened in the midst of them going through the time warp where Megatron actually wakes up before them, and he tries to make Cybertron techno-organic. And so there was a vine lady who's an oracle in the middle of Cybertron, and Megatron was trying to find her, but went a different way of finding her through the Maximals. And there's a lot of lore there, but just to make it plain and simple, Beast Machines was after Beast Wars when they finally got to Cybertron.
We're not even talking about the animes. There's like
God damn
talking about the animes. Yeah, there's some Transformers animes too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Beast Machines. Honestly, I love Beast Machines, man. Starscream on Beast Machines was epic, and Cheetor was like whooping ass. I mean,
wait. Who? Wait a minute. Starscream was never in Beast Machines.
What was his name then? What was the Jet's name?
Jetstorm. It was Jetstorm, but that wasn't Starscream though.
Jetstream? Was it Jetstream or Jetstorm?
I thought it was Jetstorm, but I think it's Jetstorm. Jetstorm is actually, you got to remember, Megatron was plucking people's sparks and putting them into machines. So you had three drones.
Okay. That's probably why I got that.
You had a tank. You had a tank. A motorcycle, and Jetstorm.
That's okay. So to get back on the Netflix series, was there any kind of pros and cons about the season? I mean, it was only 6 chapters you said, Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, it was 6 episodes.
6 episodes. For me, my con was I just couldn't get behind it was just like, yo, every time I was just like, if you don't stop second guessing yourself and just move, homie, like how are these people following you? It's just like this, like they didn't look like Optimus didn't want to fight, and Megatron was giving him the hands. Anytime ran into him, like, I was like, "What are you going to try to fight back?" Like,
that's the thing, because Optimus Prime is so strong within himself, but if he don't believe himself, of course he's going to get beat down. Then he's going to let all his people get their ass beat.
Too much. Like
the only con I had was the beginning of the show sporadically just planted you somewhere within the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like between episodes 2 and 3, the Maximals were looking for Black Tarantula, Starscream, and Dinobot, but then in episode 2 they're down some hill all of a sudden. I was like, did I miss something? The fuck? I had to go back and pause and everything. I was like, where did that come from? So there's a couple of glitches within. I think that they probably just wanted to fast forward to get through the action and everything. But I think, like I said, that's the only con I had, to be honest with you. I wish they would have done a little better job.
Presentation.
presentation.
In presentation, like that sounds like something like a presentation issue, like where the way the sequencing of scenes.
Have episodes they could have fleshed it out more. That's what my con is. I think they should have. I think they did a really good job. The beginning and the second Rise was confused as all heck, trying to tie all the universes together. But I think they tied the end together really well. But I honestly feel like they could have added 4 more episodes to each season, or maybe just 2. I'll give them 2 episodes, and I think it possibly could have made more sense.
They really didn't. It was bare bones storytelling. Like, we on this planet, this disc is doing whatever, telling them what they're telling them. It was like they didn't have to really flesh out. They didn't flesh out a lot. The only thing I do say is Dinobot stole the show when he made it. When he was up on the screen, anytime he was on the screen, Dinobot.
Oh yeah, he did. He was like he made the biggest decision. Like he changed the game, honestly.
Better than Optimus.
And you got to remember, he was man. Shout out to the voice actor. His name is Tiz. I think his name is Tisley or Tizzy something. That's his very first voice acting show, though. His very first.
He killed it,
bro.
Wow. But his voice reminded me of he's a rapper too, and I hate myself. He reminded me of a rapper. I listened to his voice, like, who the hell is he? I felt like he was a rapper for some strange reason. And I can't remember what show it was in my mind. I was thinking in my mind, like, he's reminding me of some kind of actor or some kind of rapper, but I couldn't think of who it was. But what I was gonna say was, you gotta remember, Dinobot had a very integral part in Beast Wars too, though. So they had to give him his shine. He was the one who really wanted to find the disc and get everything started.
But I was thinking of, like, when they got to his part of the story, and just like when, like, even that scene with him and Optimus Primal.
Oh, Optimus.
And I'm like, you get so much emotion from, like, just 2-3 episodes that this show was lacking for, like, most of it.
Yeah.
Like, even when home dude died in the end of the first, beginning of the second one, it was like, all right, he dead.
Yeah, honestly, Dinobot, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Dinobot.
He's my favorite character overall, like, of the series. Like, I've always been an Optimus Prime fan, but he's annoyed me so many times over and over. Admittedly, like, but I still like Optimus Prime. But I'm like, why do I like Optimus Prime when
he's supposed to like Megatron?
Like that might be it, but I end up for some reason liking Starscream sometimes when I want to knock him. I was like, can somebody just kill him?
Want to hit metal?
I just want to see him get the crap beat out of him. He just runs. He starts getting crap beat out of him. He just runs. Like, he's always like on a curtail of who's stronger at the time. And at the end of this show of Kingdom, like, I admit, he was like, you know what? I see some errors in my ways, man. Like, all I keep doing is hoping somebody else will succeed or fail.
You keep failing yourself.
He finally owns up to his cowardice, and at the same time understands he needs to do what needs to be done to succeed and live. He ultimately chose his own life over him wanting to be king. So I get it.
The thing is, though, like, there is some stories when he takes over the Decepticons.
There are many stories he takes over Decepticons. Him and that's why I was wondering what they're going to do with
Soundwave?
No, not Soundwave. God damn it. I hate myself now. Shockwave. Sorry, Shockwave. That's what I was trying to figure out. I just knew Shockwave was going to end up taking over Cybertron while Megatron was gone, because he was he's very tactical, and he doesn't have any feelings. He's all logical.
Yep.
But see, that's my other thing, though. They killed a lot of people off screen. It was just like,
man. They actually did. They actually did. Killed a whole bunch of them.
a lot of them did die. I was like, yo, like, they just wiped all those people out.
They did.
God, you guys, man. I really do appreciate you guys' energy, man. Like,
if you would have watched this, it was just as disjointed as it sounds, though, because it's just like
dead serious guys. They killed a lot of people off screen, but I get it though. They had to. I get it. It makes sense because of the fact how much time has lapsed and gone. So,
which we still don't know how much time left.
So
apparently a lot.
I was trying to figure that out. I was like, yo, what? So I swear to you now, I was watching the show, and then when I guess what was it, Optimus Primal was like, yeah, we had to come meet you here because of whatever happened in the past. And I'm just like, we're on different timelines. I'm like, so that's what's happening? Because where the heck is everybody at? Like, who are you? Like, you're just gonna show up and like, why are you shorter? I'm like, oh, so you're a descendant? What the heck is going on?
Right.
Yeah,
when they hit you with the timelines, it's like, oh, y'all went here, huh? You're doing this. Multiverse.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
I feel like anything that involves timelines could get a little too convoluted.
It could, but if I had to give the pros and cons about it, I honestly had less cons. I have less cons and more pros. Like I said, I feel like the best part of this trilogy is the fact that they combined all the lore and they actually did a pretty good job of explaining majority of it too, and also introducing people that like the Transformer movies would actually like this because of the fact that the Transformers are still present after all this time. So they're just showing their ability to keep up with the times.
Yeah, I
was some true fans, man.
8.7. I rated a solid 8.7 to me.
I give it a 9.
All right, Thomas, you still got to go through it, right?
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, okay.
That's why he understands Megatron was right.
We knew he was right from when he started talking. When you want equality for the rest of the planet, how can you be wrong?
Optimus Prime admitted he was wrong. But Megatron also said, I understand why you did what you did.
He was trying to be nice. Megatron was
right.
Nice.
You know what? We can go on for hours, and I know you guys can fucking do it, but please. So the wrap up, you guys appreciated the Netflix series. You felt like the studio. I forgot. Is it still Rooster Teeth? I think Rooster Teeth did the last time.
Was it Rooster Teeth that did this one?
Don't get me lying. I don't pay attention to that.
Oh no.
No. But if they do another trilogy, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
So that was the end. That was the finale of it all.
Possibly.
Well, supposedly, but
supposedly they left it very open ended when they had what's his name?
Unicron.
And then you had
got the touch.
Then
you got the power.
Yeah, all right.
Nemesis.
I might watch it tonight, matter of fact. I might watch it now. I might watch it tonight.
If you find it in a legal spot, send it my way.
No, I actually got the DVD. I got the DVD. Yeah, I got the DVD. I got the special edition CD.
That one time you went to that store over there in Norfolk, right? Or no?
You know what? We should go there tomorrow.
That wouldn't be bad. We should check that out.
We can go up there. We get up early enough. Dope. Like I said, whenever I decide to go, it's up
all right. You guys are true fans, man. I can never take that away from you. No matter how much I joke and call you guys nerds, please keep going with the Transformers. You know what I like most about Transformers? No half-naked teenagers. I'm sure there's somewhere in the world there's something like that. All right,
not at
with
all.
Transformers. Don't try to do that. Don't be proud of it, damn it. But I appreciate it, fellas, man. Whenever these mech conversation comes up, I don't zone out. I just so much to just grasp. So
wait till you start talking about Gundam.
Oh God, I want to watch the Hathaway.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched this too. I'm ready to watch this. I want
to check that out. That's one mech I do want to get into. All right, thank you, fellas, man. You guys really went in depth on that one. I appreciate it, man. I guess I'll go ahead and end it, man. I've been really getting into. I've been playing this game that's been out only for a few months. I feel like it's been out for a while. But Resident Evil 8 Village. I wrote a whole review on it, but it's honestly not that long because I know it's gonna be a quick. We got a few more minutes, and I just want to read this real quick, and y'all tell me what y'all think, or just for the viewers if they want to get into it, they haven't played the game yet. All right, so my experience with Resident Evil 8 so far. The atmosphere is polished with what I expect from a survival horror game. The trepidation of turning any corner is felt all throughout. The building tension of enemies sits on your shoulders. Not only does the plot's mystery drive you to continue, the gameplay, though simplistic, not at all groundbreaking, is a refreshing experience that gives me heavy RE4 vibes. And that is, I'm not going to even bother reading everything. That's where I really want to stop and just go off from there on the top of the head. This game is great horror wise. It does a great job. It does have jump scares, and I've always felt like jump scares are a cheap way of getting you all to get you all hyped up. But it does an impeccable job of crafting really good tension and holding your attention, and it's a scary. It's actually a pretty intimidating game. Is that my gameplay?
Yeah, it's your gameplay.
Oh shit! Yo, I wish you could hear this, bro. I get this a good couple moments where I actually get shook, bro. Like Lady D. Like, let me just. Right now, I'm clocked in at 3 hours of gameplay, and though this sounds short, the journey so far has been well paced, but not without feeling certain moments were rushed. But I expect it to be intentional since you eventually backtrack throughout once you require specific items. Like I said before, there are jump scares that don't at all feel cheap or overused. Every scene is crafted enough that subconsciously I would hold my breath or have my body go rigid. And I'm not even bullshitting, bro. Like, let's say a particular enemy. I mean, the game's been out for a while, but Lady D, the very tall lady that's like 8 feet tall, she ends up doing a whole Tyrant Mr. X thing where she follows you after you defeat certain enemies. And so every thump of her footsteps, because the lady's huge if you haven't seen her yet.
Yeah.
Every thud, like it's like she's right over your shoulder. Even when you're in a room and you're trying to hide away from her, it's like she zones in on you. She knows where you are. And it's just heavy, bro. It's a great survival horror. I've been a Resident Evil fan since 4. I've got into 2, never played 3, the remake for 3, and I haven't beaten the remake for 1 yet either. But 4 has always stood out to me out of the franchise. It really got me into the game. And Leon's one of my favorite in the series as well. Which one
was 4? That was the one where he went into
he was in the village,
a cult village, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why that's why Resident Evil 8 Village gives me such vibes. Like, it gives you the barricade option, the whole gameplay barricading certain rooms that you're in.
Okay.
They really switched up. Like, right now, like I said, I've only been in the game for 3 hours. But the lore, I love anything with lore. Anything you got to pick up and read, I love it. Where you have to discover things. I love the idea with the map. Well, when you're into a room, the map is red. It won't turn blue until you find everything within that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's always you always go back. You could go back to certain parts. Like right now, I made it to the castle. It's not a spoiler. That's a part. It's nothing spoilery about that.
That's the one that's from all the trailers and stuff.
Exactly. Okay. There was a couple trailers that did come out for the game, the village and the castle, and I think there was another one. I think there was only 2 or 3 demos for that. But I'm currently a good 3/4 of the way through on the castle, and right now, Lady D does not like me at all. She does not like Ethan Winters at all. The story right now is really well paced enough of where you're figuring out why they took what they took from you. Like, you still, the mystery behind what's happening is entertaining enough where you want to keep coming back for more.
Got it.
So there's a lot of suspense, a lot of tension, a lot of jump scares, but it's just a good game, man. If you guys, the viewers and you guys, if you guys want to check it out, I'm gonna try to play every other day or every day at night. I play for at least about an hour. So between 9 and 10 o'clock, I try to play.
I'm gonna
start. Go ahead.
I think my favorite part of your stream.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wait, he screamed on camera now.
He screams.
I was like,
yo, I gotta see this. You gotta see that,
bro. I have not a game this type of game. I actually haven't shouted out from a game in so long. It really surprised. Like, I get shook, but I actually whoa.
He jumped. He pulled a map up. I was like,
I wasn't ready.
Oh, the only time you fall in the game. Bro, I was really surprised by the noises I was making by this game. I every time I leave a room or I defeat an enemy, I have to really sit, like, I really have to stop the game real quick and just breathe for a second.
Collect yourself.
Yeah, collect myself, really get ready for more. Because it's not even like they're constantly abusing you. It's just the layers of what you need to do. I've always appreciated the mini puzzle games in Resident Evil, the attention to detail of things. Like, you can't rush through that. Like, I'll look back to my gameplay and I'm realized, like, yo, I'm such a dumbass. How did I not realize that quick enough? So it really, they make you feel like a dumbass. Well, they made me feel like a dumbass a good couple of times. I'm not gonna front, but please play the game, man. It's gonna be bittersweet when I end it. I'm really looking forward to the end of the story, but I love the fact that I don't know nothing about this game. So check it out, please.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then my final one is just Aaliyah's music is finally going to be dropped in Spotify. So that's going to be, look forward to that this month. It's going to be dropping August 20th, I want to say. So a lot of her discography and Timbaland's and Magoo's CDs are going to be coming out as well. So they're being locked in the vault for quite a while. But yeah, I think we definitely, you about to say something, James?
Is there a couple of albums coming out too soon?
Yeah,
or
there's like 17 albums. JoJo, Tank, Aaliyah's albums, and Timbaland and Magoo, and then a solo album by Timbaland.
Okay. Wow.
So look forward to that this month and going forward.
Okay.
So yeah. All right, man, fellas. I think we had a real good lengthy one. Pause. I think.
Why you pausing? Why you pausing?
Hey, I'm amongst people that say pause. Right?
Why?
New York seems to too.
Why? Be strong in masculinity. You don't put it say pause. God, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
That's that New York water.
All right.
Right.
But no, man, thank you once again, fellas, for coming out. Thank you for the subscribers and viewers. We see y'all there too. So click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side for all medium artist content. Check out all our social media platforms. We're there. We're trying to have some kind of a presence out there. So please pay attention to us. Send us the like, send us the love. We love feeling it. We love showing it. So everybody, man, please have a good night, safe, all that. And we'll see you on the next one. Fellas, y'all good?
You got the touch.
All right. All right.
You got the power. Yeah.
Oh, y'all. All right.
There you go. I was waiting for it.